Give me 2 minutes, see how y'all do. What is the role of the Student Advocate General as an executive officer?
Well, the role of Student Advocate General is, well, they're the head of the Office of Student Advocate, and they lead a whole bunch of caseworkers, and as an executive, they meet with administrators across campus and overseeing university policies, for example, such as Council on Planning and Budget, and also any other university committees. And they're there to provide the student input as well as the input of the other executive officers when they meet in their meetings.
All right, thank you, Luis. Bo?
Aaron, I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Sure. What is the role of the Student Advocate General as an executive officer?
Oh, well, this Office of the Student Advocate is actually in a unique and I think a very good position within AS, because it's not an office that proactively, well, we do proactively do things, but it's not an office that's solely proactive. It's an office where people can come in who aren't associated with associated students and receive assistance fighting for what they want to do. And I think this is uniquely important. And the office, can continue to expand, but currently we're more a one-on-one office. We assist people one-on-one. And within associated students, the Student Advocate General in particular is in a unique position to advocate for all students, not just one party or one group. The office is also important because they have the Year of the Dean. And with the Year of the Dean, you can accomplish a lot of student advocacy that is otherwise not accomplishable. Thank you.
What experience do you have that qualifies you for this position?
Many would criticize my lack of experience, but I feel that my experience across the entire campus makes me a very well represented person to take on this position. I have been involved in associated students in the past 2 years. I sat on the Residence Hall Committee, the Residence Hall Association my freshman year, and in that I worked with Project Care, which assessed damages that happen throughout the university residence halls. I'm also involved in several clubs on campus and organizations, and Greek Life, and also Gaucho Tourist Association. So I feel that I'm representative of the student, and for those who don't feel I'm representative enough, I would love to get to know many of you more, so that I can represent you next year as a Student Advocate General. Thank you.
Thank you, Luis. And Bo?
Thank you. Well, as you may know from earlier, I'm the current Chief of Staff at the Office of the Student Advocate, and I've done that for 1 full year. And last year I was a caseworker, which is kind of the ground forces, people who actually handle the cases. Both positions have been very exciting. I'm also qualified because I've handled maybe as many cases, or definitely more cases than anyone else in the office, except for possibly the current Student Advocate General. I have personal contacts both in housing and university, so when you come to me with a problem, I can direct you to the proper services. And I've also experienced 2 experimentations in the office. My first year, the office was very small and very case-oriented, and this year it's become very large and more campus-oriented. And I think this gives me a perspective to kind of choose an intermediate ground where I think we can be the most efficient. And also, this is my passion. This is something that I plan to do for the rest of my life, to advocate for people who may not know how to advocate for themselves. I'd like to definitely see more people come in advocating about bigger issues, things that they really require help with, things that you wouldn't be able to do as an individual. I think that sums up the qualifications. Thank you.
What attributes or attributes would you bring to associated students if elected? And by attributes, the question defines it as a quality or feature, a characteristic, or inherent part.
Well, I think I'm very personal for the most part. It's not my outgoing personality, but I feel that you can come to me, and I feel that I can represent you. I'm easy to talk to, I'm easy to approach, and I won't judge depending on whatever your problem is. And I feel that's very necessary if elected as Student Advocate General, because you're going to have an abundance of different types of students coming in at all times. And I feel that my personality allows people to come to me as a friend, but also as an official for myself to represent you. If, for example, if you're in an informal or formal hearing, I'm that person that will help you and negotiate with administrators and present. My personality allows me to be formal yet informal, depending on the situation that arises. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Luis. And Bo?
Well, over the last 2 years, just in life, at university and both in the office, I feel that I've really become aware of what people need when they feel stressed and when they feel like they're in a tough position that they can't get out of. When someone comes in, they need help, and they want someone who's going to appear confident, but also friendly and comforting. And I also have a passion for this position. This is something that I've been looking forward to for a while. And I'm someone who can both interact with students and administrators. I kind of feel like I bridge that gap. I'm a little bit of a stiff, so to speak, but I'm also someone who likes to have a good time. And in this sense, I enjoy speaking with administration. I enjoy my professors. I know all of them, and I like working with them. But I also like working with my fellow students. So I guess it's more of an acquired trait. In terms of a natural trait, I'm a fairly good speaker, and I feel like I can represent students' arguments when they can. Sometimes people feel flustered, and I'm able to articulate for them in a way that assists them in mitigating any damage. Thank you.